Hi, guys. So, I wanted to do just an audio recording. I guess we could call this a podcast, but for this, because, I started out this morning writing writing out what I wanted to talk about, which I don't usually do. And I was thinking about, Joe Biden and Donald Trump, and how did we end up with these two as the choice for the president of the United States at this point in time? And I was looking at their cards, and I have to say, both of them have their birthdays. Donald's in a Neptunian nightmare right now. His birthday is June 14th. And, he's going to be 78, and Biden's going to be 82. It's like the majority of our population right now is young. And I'm not sure either of these guys really represent those people. And I wonder, how did we end up, and why isn't there a limit, an age limit on presidency? Because, come on. I mean, these guys are from, I'm close to their generation. So anyway, but I rapidly went from there to more meaningful conversation for all of us. Because, one of the things that's been on my mind in recent years and continues to become more prominent in my thinking as time goes by is how we have forgotten to care. We don't care about each other. We don't care about things in the way we're caught up in this, machine of capitalism and, political battles and gender battles and, oh my God, battles everywhere, and judgment. The word care in the cards is the Ace of Hearts. This is the card that represents the beginning or birthing of humanity. This is the conception of life, of the soul, of being. This card, when this card shows up, there's often a conception of a baby in the person's cards, whether it's immediate or, their kids, or somebody gets pregnant. Somebody new is coming to join the tribe. I've always believed that we are here to care for one another, and this is the greatest opportunity. It could be a test. If it's a test, we're failing miserably right now. And, I'm not saying we should let illegal immigrants who are undocumented and, blah, blah, blah. I'm not focusing on any of that stuff. I'm talking about us caring about ourselves, our life, each other, and making that a priority over our prejudices, our opinions. I mean, I think social media has, damaged society to a certain extent, and I'm being diplomatic. I'm being diplomatic with how I really think about this, because there's a huge disconnect. We're leaving nature behind. And, 90% of nature has been destroyed by us little humans. What are we doing? So this Ace of Hearts is all about birthing. Now, I'll tell you something. Right now, this year, 2024, is governed in the cards by the Nine of Spades. And this is known as the death card. And there's probably been more deaths since January than ever in that period of time. And look what's happening. You know, all the people being killed in the Middle East senselessly, tornadoes, earthquakes, floods. It's, you know, the whole thing is in hyper mode. The Nine of Spades is the elevated Venus card to the Ace of Hearts. You know, in between them is the Jack of Spades, which is a card of spiritual initiation. On the low side, this is a card of deception. And I won't get into all the stuff I just figured out about politicians, because I want to go in this direction instead. The Nine of Spades, you know, it is a death card. It's a card of death, rebirth, of spiritual initiation. It's a card of recreation and reinvention of self and life. And it will destroy whatever is necessary for birth to occur, for us to evolve, for our initiation into greater self-awareness. We're seeing this card's influence in action. You know, I predicted on my website decades ago, it must be now, almost 2 decades ago, when Hurricane Katrina was coming. Katrina, by name, was the Nine of Spades. And I predicted on my website before landfall that that card was going to be devastating and create death. And then after that, Hurricane Rita was coming, and Rita was the Nine of Clubs. And I said, if we don't learn from Katrina, Rita is going to pick up the slack, which is exactly what happened. You know, I also predicted the 2008 financial crash in the cards a month and a half before it happened. You know, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, but I am tooting the horn of the cards because they're very accurate. Predictively, they may be the most accurate. That doesn't discount any other oracle, because I have great appreciation for all of them. We need to pay attention right now. We must rise to the highest levels of our consciousness. We're only in May, and May is governed by the King of Hearts, which has the Nine of Spades as its soul card. So it's quite likely that in this month, there will be major events. I know there are already just horrific tornadoes. I think, you know, what's today? Today's the 9th. So on 9 days, whether it's the day is the 9th, so I don't know what's happening with the weather today. I should have looked. I know that the moon is in Gemini, which can be unpredictable. But, you know, I mean, I was looking at the 18th, which is a 9-day. The 23rd of May is governed by the Nine of Clubs and the Nine of Spades. So I would for sure take care on that day. You know, pay attention. We need to pay attention. The 27th is a 9-day, so we'll see what happens. You know, I like to observe the events that are going on in the cards and what the days are. And this is my passion, right? So I really pay attention to that. So now I just want to mention this. Humanity, by name, in the cards, is the 7 of Diamonds. Let's talk about this, because this is a semi-fixed card. card, and there are only 4 semi-fixed cards in the deck. And this means they trade places back and forth with another card. They never, go anywhere other than these 2 places. It's the Ace of Clubs and the 2 of Hearts do this, and the 7 of Diamonds and the 9 of Hearts do this. So the soul and spirit card of the 7 of Diamonds is the 9 of Hearts. This 9s are universal numbers. They're about all of us, okay? The 7 of Diamonds is the card that governs the word with a capital H, because that's who we are, humanity. This card is either in the double Venus position or the double Saturn position. It goes back and forth between those. The 7 of Diamonds is the card that unites heaven and earth, spirit and matter, the mind and the heart, and all 3 of those unions take place in the grace of love. This is a beautiful card. It's all about refinement of our consciousness, refinement of our awareness. And the 9 of Hearts, which lives inside and is maybe even a stronger influence in this card, is about our giving from our heart to humanity, to one another. This is our highest calling for every single one of us. If you're wandering around thinking you don't have a purpose, go do something nice for somebody. Buy a hamburger for a homeless person. Give some clothes away to somebody that has nothing. Do something to give to someone else, preferably that you've never seen before. Listen to that inner voice when those kinds of opportunities come up. Find a way to give. It will, your dopamine levels will rise to the top of your brain. Because this is our calling as humans, is to give. So I think on that note, I'm going to stop. I love you all, and I'm so grateful you're here. I'm working on growing my YouTube channel, which it's only taken me 150 years to commit to this. So, but I feel like, because of this oracle, there are things that, I can share with you that might bring you some kind of insight for yourself or encourage you in some way. I mean, it's my destiny to be here in this way, and I'm clear about that. I do personal readings, and I'll put links below for whatever. But, the most important thing for me, is to be able to share when I have these insights so that maybe they might make a difference for somebody. And that always is a nice thing for all of us. So much love. Stay, happy. Be happy. If you're wandering and you don't know what to do with yourself, go volunteer or give to someone. It will change your life, and it will open the other doors for you to step on your path. Okay, much love.